The plasma rifle hummed with lethal intent, its barrel aimed directly at Selena's chest. The Krillian mercenary's three eyes blinked in sequence, confusion rippling across his chitinous face. The human female hadn't even flinched. I said, "Hands up, Deathworlder," he repeated, his translator crackling with static. Selena calmly reached up and tucked a loose strand of dark hair behind her ear, then smoothed down the collar of her jacket. She met his gaze with an expression of mild annoyance, as if he'd interrupted her coffee break rather than threatened her life. "You done?" she asked flatly. The Krillian's mandibles clicked in agitation. In his 15 cycles as the enforcer for the Syndicate, he'd never encountered such brazen disregard. Humans were supposed to be dangerous, yes. Everyone in the galaxy knew about Earth, the cursed Deathworld that had somehow spawned a spacefaring species. But they were also supposed to have survival instincts. "This isn't a joke, human. I have 17 confirmed kills." "I will what?" Selena interrupted, examining her nails. "Shoot me, go ahead. See how that works out for you." Behind her, Ace leaned against the corridor wall of the space station, arms crossed over his chest. He didn't reach for his own weapon. He didn't need to. He'd seen this dance before. "Selena," he called out in a bored tone. "Try not to break too many of his bones. Station medical is already backed up." The Krillian's attention snapped to the male human. Another one. Both wearing the insignia of the Terran Exploration Corps, the same corps that had pacified the Vorlan rebellion in 6 standard days. The same corps that had walked through a hull breach on Station Theta without suits because it was only a 30-second exposure. "I have 14 more soldiers behind that door," the Krillian said, his confidence wavering slightly. "You are outnumbered." Selena sighed, the sound carrying a weight of genuine exhaustion. She'd been traveling for 3 cycles straight, hunting down a stolen shipment of medical supplies. She'd traced it here to this backwater station on the rim, only to find it guarded by Syndicate thugs who apparently hadn't gotten the memo about engaging humans in confined spaces. "Ace," she said, still staring at the Krillian. "What's the recommended protocol for Syndicate engagement?" "Diplomatic negotiation," Ace replied automatically. "And what's our actual protocol?" "Overwhelming force followed by lunch." The Krillian's weapon wavered. Selena took a single step forward. The mercenary compensated, his claw tightening on the trigger, the plasma rifle discharged with a brilliant flash of superheated energy. The bolt struck Selena square in the chest. She stumbled backward half a step, smoke rising from the impact point on her jacket. The Krillian's mandibles spread in triumph, a short-lived expression that died as Selena looked down at the scorch mark. Then back up at him with narrowed eyes. "This was my favorite jacket," she said quietly. What happened next would later be described in the station's incident report as a regrettable misunderstanding that resulted in extensive property damage and medical expenses. The more accurate version, the one whispered in the criminal underground, was far simpler. The Deathworld girl moved. Selena closed the distance before the Krillian could process her survival. Her fist connected with his thorax, the reinforced exoskeleton cracking under the impact. Humans, the galaxy had learned, evolved on a world with gravity 1.3 times standard. Their bones were denser, their muscles more efficient, their pain tolerance inexplicably high. Evolution on Earth meant outrunning predators, enduring injuries that would kill most species, and adapting to everything from Arctic cold to desert heat. The Krillian dropped, gasping. The door behind him burst open, revealing his backup, 14 armed soldiers in tactical gear. They took one look at Selena, at the smoke still rising from her jacket, at the way she rolled her shoulders as if preparing for a workout, and collectively reassessed their life choices. "Gentlemen," Ace said, pushing off the wall and walking forward to stand beside Selena. "I'm going to offer you something precious, a chance. Leave now. Tell your bosses the medical supplies are being returned to the refugees on Talon 4, and we'll pretend this never happened." Or, Selena added, cracking her knuckles, "you can try what your friend here tried. Fair warning, though, I'm in a really bad mood now." The 14 soldiers looked at each other. One of them, a grizzled veteran with scars across his carapace, stepped forward and carefully placed his weapon on the ground. The others followed suit. "Smart," Ace commented. He tapped his communicator. "Station security, we have some Syndicate members who'd like to turn themselves in. Corridor 7 Beta." Bring medical for a cracked thorax. As the soldiers filed out under the watchful gaze of arriving station security, the veteran paused beside Selena. Is it true? He asked in broken standard. Your world. Predators everywhere? Poison in plants? Air pressure that crushes? Selena's expression softened slightly. It's home, she said simply. And it taught us that survival isn't about being the strongest or the fastest. It's about being stubborn enough to refuse to die. After they'd secured the medical supplies and filed the necessary paperwork, Ace and Selena sat in the station's observation deck, watching ships come and go through the viewport. You know, Ace said, one of these days, someone's going to shoot you with something stronger than a plasma rifle. Probably, Selena agreed, sipping her coffee, served at a temperature that had made the barista's tentacles recoil in horror. And you're just okay with that? She smiled, an expression that didn't quite reach her eyes. Ace, I grew up on Earth. I've survived flu season, rush hour traffic, and Australian wildlife. The galaxy doesn't scare me. She paused, then added, besides, I've got you watching my back. Ace raised his cup in salute. Deathworlders together. Deathworlders together, she echoed, somewhere in the station. The Krillian mercenary would wake up in medical, his thorax wrapped in regenerative bandages, and reconsider his career choices. He would tell his story to anyone who'd listen, about the human girl who didn't blink when death stared her down, who adjusted her hair and asked if he was done. And the galaxy would remember once again why humanity's homeworld was classified as extreme hazard. Avoid direct confrontation.